What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 88 of Bad Takes, Better Conversations. One of your hosts, Wrestle Spot. We got Rod Hardy. We got Tommy Btbc, man. First ever Btbc live from work. I'll show up in my setup in about 15 minutes or so. But what's up, y'all?
Hey man, what's going on, everybody? I'm back. I was just in Puerto Rico, literally this
Free.
past weekend, and so I'm back. Obviously, these guys held it down this past Sunday, but now I'm back, and yeah, man. Let's get into some wrestling, and we got a couple
Mm-hmm.
points we're gonna talk about here. Some news points after we recap Monday Night Raw and NXT and AEW. So we got some news points to cover.
Tommy, before you go, I do want to point out that a week or two ago, he was like flicked up with Damian Priest, and then out of nowhere, he went to Puerto Rico.
Nah, that's crazy.
Coincidence?
What a coincidence, right?
Hmm.
I'll tell you this, right? Let's just say I got a special invitation from El Campeón directly himself. Let's just say that. Let's just say that.
Okay, this could be a whole talking point of the week. College football is back, and the Magic Six, but college football is
NCAA,
back.
it is back,
Hey,
man. It is
Kim,
back.
get the game so I can wash you in it. Phil, just because you're there, I'm going to wash you in it too. Who else won it? And I'm going to use
Thomas,
Florida
do
every
not
single
run.
time.
Do
Every
not
single time.
run. Do not
You said
run.
what? Anyways, it's Tommy. It's your boy, Tommy BTBC. College football is back. I'm watching everybody in it. But anyways, this is going to be a good episode. Like you said, we got some wrestling to cover. Some news points after that, but it should be a fun little episode. I'm excited as always. And yeah, Ken, you almost got banned. But I'm going to give you a warning because I didn't do my intro yet. No more Thunder slander in the chat. I'm banning everybody. All right, that's it.
All right, man. Shall we get into these results?
Let's do it.
All right. So Monday Night Raw. So hold on. Let me just say this before we actually do run into this. I don't know why, but it seems like after WrestleMania, we've kind of hit this like dip in like I don't know what it is. It's like excitement or something. There's something missing. Um,
The
I don't know what
highs
it
were
is.
high, bro. The highs were high. You
Yeah,
hit
yeah,
the
they
Avengers
were.
Endgame style ending. So I don't know.
Yeah, but like it wasn't just the main event because I feel like everything was kind of clicking on so many different levels. For every other match, and it's just like I feel like they've declined a little bit in terms of like um like trajectory. Not saying that they're going down, but like it's just kind of just came down just a little bit. But they're definitely not going down. They're kind of just hovering around the middle. I feel like it's more of like they're kind of just they're kind of stuck in limbo right now. That's what I'll say.
And
Outside of outside of the first segment that I will talk about on this show, like I think everything else has been okay at best. But
I mean, I think Phil hit it right on the head. It's a little period of sorts, it's just a little down period, But
Phil definitely hit it right on the head. But like I was saying, outside of this first segment, everything else has kind of been dead. But this first segment obviously was with Drew McIntyre involved, and we know the feud that he's been in with CM Punk, and it's carrying the WWE right now. But one thing that I will point out, because so not only did he kick off Raw, but he kicked it off with Damian Priest, the World Heavyweight Champion, and man, Damian Priest, it seems like he's slowly turning babyface, and he's getting better every week at his promos. I'm liking this Damian Priest run so far. This is
yeah,
a very good run from
he's cooking.
from a character perspective. He is on fire right now. I love the work that he's doing, and man, what a better like they couldn't have picked a better guy to be a world heavyweight champion. Obviously, look, Drew McIntyre would have been a phenomenal choice because his character work is second to none. Right, he's doing an amazing job right now. But it's nice that they're putting the spotlight on somebody new who hasn't had a world title,
Mhm.
and they're doing a great job with him, and he's doing a great job for sure. I'm I'm like very impressed with his mic skills, kind of like how Phil was kind of saying right now. But not only that, I'm impressed with his character work. The dude is out there and he's making himself a believable champion, and I can't wait to see what's in store for him the rest of the way. Obviously, he granted Drew McIntyre a match. It's yet to be announced. I would assume this is going to be the Clash at the Castle match, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Nah, but I mean, Damien's been, like you said, he's been doing phenomenal work. Mic skills right now are through the roof, in my opinion. And not even because I'm a CM Punk guy, but I'm not gonna lie, Damien Loki cooked Drew on the mic, just this Monday. But I think they're letting Damien cook, trusting his talent. Triple H, that is, trusting his talent, and just let him go out there and do what he does best. And it's showing. It's showing. You can kind of see and feel the freedom these wrestlers have now since the old guy's out of there, and I love that. I love that. Everybody's shining, in my opinion, but yeah, especially Drew.
Mm-mm. I think he's comfortable in this character that he's in.
Yeah, you can
He's
tell too.
comfortable.
It almost feels genuine, almost. You know.
Yeah, like he's very comfortable with what he's doing right now, and you can tell he's having a good time. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, look at what Phil's saying. Like, I think obviously Drew should win. It should be Scotland, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. Why take the title off Damian Priest? He's doing so good. If he was doing bad, and I like me personally, I thought he was gonna do okay, but I didn't expect this because this is some top tier stuff. This is as good as like okay, I don't want to compare him to Seth Rollins, but because it's way too premature. But the way it's starting off like on fire right now, and obviously the program he had with Jey Uso was very good, and even though it was like very short, but I think he's about to embark on this crazy program with Drew McIntyre, and we're gonna see mixes of CM Punk mixed in between.
I definitely agree. It's gonna be good. Shout out to Damien, man.
Yeah, man, Damian does deserve all the praises. Um, so does Drew McIntyre, obviously, because he's been killing it too recently. So, well, not recently. He's been killing it for a while now, ever since he turned heel. So, um, let's get into the Queen of the Ring tournament. So this is the quarterfinals. This is Io Sky versus Shayna Baszler. Man, Io Sky just can't miss. She just can't miss. She probably just gave Shayna Baszler one of her best matches in her whole WWE run. Even
Probably
dating back.
since didn't they wrestle at NXT that was really really good?
Yes,
Probably since
yes,
then.
yes. And this was a banger, man. These two women, they went out there and countering each other. Obviously, Io Sky won. I think she was the perfect winner. But I'm seeing signs of like they're trying to book Shayna a little bit better, and I like this. Like they're starting to use her as this dominant heel. I think she has to separate herself from Zoe Stark,
I
and I think
agree.
she has to build on her own character and like bring her back to being the submission magician. Like
Mhm.
that's when she's been the most dominant and when she's been the best. So they need to embark her on her own journey, and even if it means a slow buildup, then albeit, but she needs to be a top contender on the Raw roster.
I definitely agree, especially when I mean, especially when they start to build her again, continue to build her, which I think may happen after this tournament's kind of all said and done. But I mean, when we have even Becky as champion because she's a baby face, a great one right now. Because when Liv is champion, I don't think she can be heel the whole time. So someone like Shayna Baszler should be built up enough, especially at that time, to go against someone like a Liv, kind of elevate her and her run. You know what I mean? Shayna can definitely be someone that can do that. She's a great depth piece. So like when you're building a roster, she's one of those guys you just gotta have. I feel like
Yeah, one thing I will say, and I like this a lot, is Io Sky hasn't lost any momentum since she lost
nothing.
her women's title. They've been
None.
booking her very strongly, and I like that they didn't really take the foot off the pedal with her. So this is great, man. I don't know who's gonna win next week between her and who won in the other match later on in the night, which we will talk about. I don't know who's gonna win. I'm very conflicted as to who's gonna win and who's gonna end up in the finals. But as of right now, Io Sky's on a tear, and I
Mhm.
like that they haven't released the foot off the gas on her. Like they're letting her go out there and do her thing, and she's doing some of the best work of her career right now.
Definitely, and like she hasn't cooled off at all. And I was worried. I was extremely worried because I'm like, what is Damage Control gonna do once Bailey beats them? But this tournament kind of just answered my question. EO staying strong and still just putting on banger after banger. I mean, yeah, she has not lost her momentum. So I'm excited to see. She's my queen. I'm gonna be honest. She's my pick. But well, I mean, we'll get there. But she's my pick.
Kind of going back to what Phil was saying, Shayna can be used so much more than what she's being. Yeah, most definitely, man. I think she can definitely be used, but I think this is kind of the start, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes, certain wrestlers, they need this breakout moment, and I think this is the one for her because she just put on a good match with Io Sky, and maybe Triple H is thinking to himself in the back of his mind, like, oh, I think Shayna can still go at it, so maybe this is the start of her, of her come up again, of her rise. So, hopefully that's the case, and they allow her to do what she's best at, and that's being the submission magician and just being super aggressive and super relentless. If that's the Shayna we're gonna get, then she's gonna be one of the top women on the Raw roster and potentially challenging for a women's world title at some point later down the road in the year.
I'm not gonna lie. This, hey, this could hot take whatever you want to call it. I don't think so, but this has a chance to be one of them ones. I'm
Yeah,
just being honest, bro.
this is good. And what's so crazy, and we're gonna talk about it a little later, but obviously Liver won now that kind of Phil spoiled it, but I think for everybody who watched this past Monday, then you would know.
Damn it,
But
Phil.
Lyra Valkyria, everybody's catching on to her music. That's another thing that's like really cool. I think the crowd is finally starting to catch on to her. I like the way they've been pushing her though. She's been getting win after win, and she seems like an integral part in what Triple H wants to book.
Fuck you.
Here comes this. Here comes. Oh, man, he always ruins my night, bro.
Bro, we be having such a good stream. We be
I
flowing.
know.
This guy.
This idiot. This idiot. I think he needs to be taken to the learning tree.
Oh yeah.
He needs to learn.
Like he needs to sit under the learning tree. I'm not gonna lie.
He needs to sit. This nerd, this loser, Donnie, needs to sit under the learning tree, and maybe take some advice. I don't like Chris Jericho. I don't like the learning tree, but this is a guy who I would offer up. I would sacrifice him to the learning tree because he needs to learn from Chris Jericho. He needs some advice.
I agree with you more. That's what he needs to be. He needs to be in the learning tree. I don't know why he's here, but wasting time. You should be learning from Jericho right now, bro. Gosh.
I'd be glad to come on the show real quick and shut that tweet up.
That's crazy. Tommy a dweeb. Donnie.
Loki, we should lure Donnie Blaze into the same room as John Jones.
Oh,
that sounds fun.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Donnie. If I'm you, yo, I'm not let Phil talk to me that way.
No, that's crazy.
Shut that dweeb up is crazy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey man. All right, let's move on here, man. The next match we had. One thing. Oh, hold on. One thing I will say. Bro, Monday Night Raw the past couple of weeks, especially actually the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot more wrestling involved instead of like storyline building, and it's been very good. I think this King and Queen of the Ring tournament has been very good. It's been like a splash of like new life or like something different because we're just getting wrestling when we're kind of used to a whole bunch of storyline, a little bit of wrestling, and then a whole bunch of storyline. But now it's kind of just a lot of wrestling, and then you get little bits of storyline here and there. So it's kind of like a new fresh it's something new that they're trying, and I love it. And I like how they're trying new production things every week. I don't know if you guys kind of noticed the replay this past week, but they had a new replay animation, like super cool. They're trying out a whole bunch of different things. I love what the WWE is doing right now. They're kind of in like this trying out phase of like they want to try out a bunch of different things. I absolutely love it. The next match we're gonna get into is actually quarterfinal for the King of the Ring tournament. Kofi Kingston versus Gunther. I think we all know who won this match or who was going to win. Obviously Gunther. Another guy, another superstar, just like Io Sky, who cannot have a bad match. I've actually always loved the encounter between Kofi Kingston and Gunther. I think they've always been able to put on great matches. Their chemistry is actually pretty good. Kofi Kingston is very underrated in the ring. I don't know if that many people give him credit for what he does, but he made Gunther look like an absolute star in this match. Even though Gunther's already a star, but he made him look even better than what he already is. Man, I'm just thinking to myself, man, like, you know, Gunther is now in the semifinals, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna say this for later on because we're gonna talk about the main event a little bit later on, and something that I did want to see. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get it, but I'll give my reasoning as to why we're not gonna get it, and why I think it's not the right time for it to happen. But yeah, this is a very good match. So, what'd you think of this one, Tommy?
I mean, like Kofi's gonna. I mean, he's gonna put in a banker, especially with someone like Gunther. But I mean, we knew it was gonna happen. Oh yeah, Phil. I was praying every time he got chopped. I was praying for this man, bro. Praying.
Dude, every time Gunther chops somebody, I just hold my chest because I can't bear like what that feels like. I'm just like, man, that thing is probably hurt like crazy.
Hey, Axel, I'm not gonna lie. I told Russell Spot and Steven, bro. I said, the first like in-person wrestling interview we do, no matter who it may be, I'm taking a chop for the stream.
Man, good luck. and you skinny as hell. Yeah, good
That's
luck.
why it's gonna be great.
got-
and I'm doing
yeah.
it for you guys.
You got a Kofi Kingston type of chest, man. That's just about to get
And I
chopped.
never see Stumper approved. Bro, it just can't be Gunther. That's all. It just can't be. Gunther.
Bro, you got like your shit about to get chopped up. Like don't let Gunther chop you up. Don't oh man. Don't let Gunther me.
Right,
I got
you
some meat on me, you feel me? Like I'm a bigger boy. I'm not letting nobody chop me. I'm not letting Gunther chop me. I'm not letting Ric Flair chop me. I'm not letting nobody.
I'll let Ric Flair chop me. Now I would. Swear I would.
He still got power in his hands. I'm all set. I don't want none of that. My bro, what one chop to the chest, your heart stop. Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm about to get a heart attack or something. Oh yeah, bro. Hold on, Phil. Now that you say that, the most disrespectful chop I ever seen was last week. The one that Gunther gave to Sheamus, like in the back, dude. That was like that. That's the equivalent of getting spit in the face. Like that's what that is. Like that back chop was the equivalent of getting spit in the face, or like somebody coming at your parents. Like that shit was disrespectful.
No, it was crazy.
But the next thing I actually want to talk about is,
wait, would you rather Gunther chop or JBL clothesline?
I'm not gonna lie, JBL clothesline from hell.
Word?
The way I've been seeing Gunther chop up people's chests. Wait, hold on. It's talking about just one chop and one clothesline from hell.
Yeah, I think it's like.
If he's talking about one chop, nah, I'm still taking the clothesline from hell.
I don't know, bro, because the clothesline, like, depending on how hard he hits you and like the angle he hits you, he can legit like flip you. So like,
that's
do
fine.
I really? All right, hey.
That's fine. I feel like, but there's a way to prepare for the clothesline from hell. There's no way to prepare for for the chop.
I guess
there's no way to prepare for it. Like you just gotta pump your chest out and just take it. Pause.
Pause. That's crazy.
Pause.
That's crazy.
But bro, you just gotta sit there and just let him chop you. Like there's no way to prepare for it. You gotta hold your breath.
No, that sounds dumb.
Hold your breath and hope he doesn't chop the fucking life out of you.
I feel like holding your breath is gonna make it worse, bro. No, that's crazy.
Like, bro, I don't. You think holding your breath is crazy?
Bro, it is crazy, bro. If you hold your breath and then you get chopped, bro, you gotta think about it. Because you're going like this.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what I.
Bro. Dude. We're on YouTube. Hey, bro.
Oh man.
Okay, bro.
Hey, we're not saying any like slurs or anything. So like we're not
Yeah,
just
we're
cussing
good.
out here. You feel me?
Hey.
Like take it can mean a bunch of different things. Like like take it.
It was in the hallway.
What Tommy? Yo.
Hey, we don't have
Oh,
to.
yo, we got it. Yo, I think you got to pull that shit up, Russell Spot. I think you got to pull that shit up.
No, don't.
I think you got to pull that up,
Is
Russell
there a
Spot.
clip? If there's no clip, you can't pull it up.
Nah, there's a clip. Don't worry. There's a clip. There's a clip somewhere.
No, bro, no clip. I just went. Y'all just seen that? I just went outside in the end.
Matter of fact, hold on. We gon'
Little mouth.
Hmm?
Your little mouth.
Let's put the that.
Yeah, hold on. Matter of fact, here we go. Yo, Russell Spot. Allow me to present my screen.
Bro, no, bro. What we doing? We got the whole show to recap. What are we doing?
Hold on. Allow me to present my screen. Allow me.
I'm not lying. Shit.
Allow me to present my screen, Russell Spot.
He said, "Oh, why'd you have to do that, though?"
All right, man. Hold on. We're gonna have to listen to that one more time.
Wait, I don't think the chat can hear it.
Can you hear it, Tommy?
Nah, play it again. It might just be mine, but mine is buffering. Thank God.
Can you guys hear it?
It's going in and out. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself. See you guys.
Oh, hold on. I know why. Hold on, give me a second. I know why. Okay. And now, pull it up. Hey man, let's listen to that one more time because that's a very short clip right there. Let's listen to that again. Oh, by the way, look at his face. Yo, if y'all want to go ahead and screenshot this, and you got Tommy Cheeseman over here. Wait, okay. So apparently, he can't. Hold on, he can't hear anything. I don't know why.
Bro, Phil, I promise you don't even want to hear it. You don't. It was a mistake. It wasn't me anyway. That was somebody else.
No. That was you.
Bro, you can tell when he pulls it up, that was somebody else.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Yeah, pull it up right now. Okay, Phil, let me know if you hear this.
I like the
Me
beef.
personally.
I like the beef in the streets. They should.
Let me know if you hear that, Phil.
I like the
Me
beef.
personally.
I like the beef in the streets. They should.
I like. What do you like, Tommy? What do you like?
I don't know.
Hey man. All right, man. We gonna get back.
Are we here for the downfall of Tommy?
The downfall of Tommy. Oh man. Tommy, you got some explaining to do, man. You got some explaining to do.
Bro, where's that clip at? I'm gonna get that thing off the internet forever.
You can't, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening. By the way, let's give a round of applause, man. WrestleSpot is finally at his workspace. Finally, man.
From work back to work, man. We don't rest.
The grind don't stop, chat.
Grind don't stop, man. All right, man. So we just talked about Gunther defeating Kofi Kingston, obviously. Another thing I want to say, the 1% Kiana James has arrived on Monday Night Raw. I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do with her. She's a very intriguing talent. If none of you know her work from NXT, definitely go check it out. She's a great character, but she's even better in the ring. She plays this like scrawny heel, like somebody who's just like she's. Could she be considered a Karen or nah? Not maybe, right? Maybe a Karen. Yeah. I would say.
Tommy, what does Donnie Blaze think of Kiana James?
Bro, he claims that's his wife or something. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that dweeb has ever even seen a match from her.
Kiana James would laugh at the thought of Donnie Blaze. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
like come on
That's what
now.
I told her.
Come on now.
Donnie
like-
Blaze would go to her and she would throw her in her room with John Jones and Kimbo Slice.
I'm not. Look,
And they would kill him.
Tommy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to point it out. I think you just lied, bro, because
No, I didn't.
he did see a match at hers at a standing.
Oh, he
Deliver.
did. Okay. He did.
To be fair,
He did.
he did. If Kiana is the next Eve Torres, ooh, that would be. So her
He
character.
might have just found
So
some.
her character is kind of like that though. Like she's like a business type of person, and hey, I see
Really?
people
You're
pointing
cooking?
out. I see people pointing out that like she's like a professor type of person. You know, obviously with the glasses and the skirt and everything. Man, she's so good in the ring though. She's so good in the ring.
She actually really did.
Like I don't know where they're finding these women, realistically, or forget the women, just the talent in general from NXT. I don't know where they're finding these people, but man, these people are super talented.
Who knew there's so many gems that don't make the league that become great wrestlers at NXT?
And I don't think these like Kiana James. I don't think was a wrestler prior to the WWE. I think
she was just an athlete. And
yeah. So like, it's ridiculous how WWE is able to train these people and make them look good actually in the ring. So, all right,
that's
moving on.
AW is missing.
Yes, they're missing that heavily. Another thing. So Akira Tozawa versus Brick Bronson Reed. I'm not really going to talk about this. Really.
Wait, can we talk about how Chad Gable was the douchebag of the year?
Oh yeah, absolute piece of shit.
Douchebag.
Like he is making Otis crumble. And
Yeah.
Otis is gonna lash out on him at some point within the next couple of weeks, I would say. Akira Tozawa, man, I feel so bad for him.
I feel so bad.
I feel so bad, bro. First, he got squashed by Bronson Reed, and then he's just gonna get yelled at by Chad Gable.
Yo,
Man, Chad Gable's the dipshit of the year.
viewers, if y'all want to know what it's like to work with Tommy, imagine Tommy as Chad Gable. That's what it's like for us.
That's cap. Chad, I'm a great person to work with. That is cap.
He just yells at us all the time. At me at WrestleSpot.
That's
Off
crazy.
screen.
Do y'all believe that? Look at me. Look at this face.
Thug Tommy. You see that? That was the face of a mugshot right there. Like all he needs is just a card to hold up, and that's a mugshot.
Bro, I didn't know
Thug
this
Tommy.
was Troll Tommy episode. Troll Tommy all episode.
Thug Tommy, Troll Tommy. It don't matter. Tommy's a thug, and he yells at us. You know what? Tommy Gable, man.
Tommy Gable.
Tommy Gable, man. This is crazy. Tommy Gable.
Whatever, bro.
So right after this this whole segment with Chad Gable yelling at Otis, by the way, yes, Phil, I am waiting for Otis to hit Chad Gable, that piece of shit.
That's
Karrion Kross has no pun intended, has crossed paths with Kofi Kingston. Man, what do you guys think this is gonna go? What do you guys think that like this is gonna lead to? Because Karrion Kross, if you guys notice a pattern, everybody he comes in contact with, he changes their life, their personality in distinct ways. And if you go back through time, Drew McIntyre and Rey Mysterio and all these people he's come in contact with, he's made significant changes in their lives. So what is Kofi gonna turn heel? Like what's gonna happen here?
Going with the results from his last feuds, that would mean that Kofi would either turn heel on Xavier, him and Xavier would turn heel, or something. It's just so I can't imagine Kofi Kingston as a singles heel. I don't know what it is.
Am I tripping, or has Kofi never been heel? Oh wait, I'm lying.
Just with the New Day, I guess.
But he's never been a singular heel, right?
Mm-mm.
Like him by himself, right? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Man, I don't know how that would fold though. Him as a singular heel. I don't know. I'd like to see it with just him and Xavier Woods.
I would want to see if they were to go like feud with Xavier. I'd want to see Xavier as the heel.
I think Xavier would be a great singles type of guy heel. He'd have a nice singles heel run.
I don't know what they're doing with Karrion Kross though, but I get what you're saying, Axel. But I don't think it's not as prominent as I feel like they should make it seem. If that's the route they're going, like Karrion Kross is this disruptor.
Yeah.
I feel like they haven't emphasized that if that's the way they're going. So I don't know. But it would be cool. It would be cool because that makes sense. It really is happening that way. So I mean.
Okay. Queen of the Ring tournament, Lyra Valkyria versus Zoe Stark. This is the other quarterfinal match on the Raw side. Lyra Valkyria won. Man, she's performing well every week, man. She's on a tear. I loved her work in NXT. I've seen some people I've seen people out there, they say that they don't really like her work or for whatever reason. I personally love her. Her characters there's a lot left to be desired there, but her in-ring work is amazing. I do believe she's one of the best women's in-ring workers. She's just that good, man. And Zoe Stark has this nasty Z360. And she almost hit it on Lyra Valkyria. Lyra countered it, and obviously she ended up winning the match. So I can't wait, man. Next week it's Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria. Man, that's gonna be a banger. I want to say Lyra's gonna win.
Tommy.
Uh-oh.
Bro, you gotta stop doing that, bro.
You notice how Tommy got scared?
No, I didn't get scared.
Yo,
He thought Lee was about to pull up.
He got scared, Lee.
Oh look, he was hiding in his hoodie. He was hiding in his hoodie.
Oh,
No,
my
I
God.
was just fixing my my jaw strings. I don't like them when they're uneven.
Why you hiding from Lee? Why you hiding from Lee?
I'm not hiding from Lee. Lee, how are you, sir? How are you, my good sir?
Oh, he's being a gentleman.
Oh man.
Being a gentleman. But I do want to touch on Lyra. I think she's phenomenal in ring, but still, personally, for me, there's just something missing. I don't know.
Look at this dweeb. He would hype up.
He just pulled up out of nowhere.
Look at this dweeb.
Hey, I think he actually went under the learning tree, because look at how he came back, man. I think he went under the learning. He might have learned something, man, from the learning tree. He might have learned something. Just saying.
So, Tommy, you look more scared than CM.
CM Punk ain't even scared. Scared of what? Hey, bro. Fuck Donnie and fuck you, Lee. How about that?
All right, man. What's your guys' predictions? Lyra or Io?
Io. Donnie. Don't make me squash you. I'm the original, bro. Fuck you.
So we got Sami Zayn versus Otis. Obviously, Zayn defeated Otis. I feel like, bro. Okay, with Chad Gable being such a dipshit, I got a feeling Otis is going to slightly start turning into one of the biggest baby faces in the WWE, kind of reverting back to the stuff with Mandy Rose. I'm not gonna lie, like he's probably gonna turn into one of the biggest baby faces. I could see the crowd really getting behind him here, especially with the way Chad Gable is being a heel right now.
Yeah.
Then we ended up getting Becky Lynch versus Dakota Kai. Okay, this might have been the first time that they've ever, I think, encountered each other. This was a very good match, man. This was another great match. Obviously, there was no winner here. Liv Morgan came out of nowhere and she attacked Becky Lynch. Does Liv Morgan win next weekend?
I don't know, man. Becky Lynch, crazy. That's probably good. Sorry. I don't. I want to say Liv Morgan loses, but I don't see why they would be throwing this match out so early if she wasn't going to win the title from her.
Number one in merch sales. WWE likes money.
I will say that might have a little asterisk to it though, because Rhea had to get hurt for that to happen.
Oh my god. Anyways, I think they should go ahead and pull the trigger. I mean, we see what they're doing with Damian. Let's go ahead and see how Liv does. Under Triple H, I might add. Fully under Triple H, I might add. So let's just see. Why not? Why not? Let's just see what happens. We did it with Damian just now. So why not?
Y'all think any chance that Liv wins the Money in the Bank and wins it that way?
No.
Not
I
again.
think that's reserved for somebody else. Maybe like the likes of like a Tiffany Stratton or something.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Speaking
did you
no.
see what the
Speaking
fuck
of
is happening?
Tiffany Stratton, man. I've been looking on Twitter, man. There's rumblings that the match between her and Bianca got pulled.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
They just pulled the match. Like it's not gonna happen.
Wait. So does Bianca move on or like what's going on?
I don't know.
Replacement, I guess, or something.
I don't know. I've also been hearing that like because she's from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton, obviously. I heard she's MAGA.
Yeah, we don't gotta get into all that right now.
I mean, I don't look. She's great, but I don't know if she actually meant to post that video.
No,
I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know, but obviously she deleted it very quickly.
Yeah, at first I was thinking maybe she didn't know it, but like then I went back and watched it and like it's kind of clear. If you watch the video, you would have known what it said.
That's racist. That's racist.
You look disgusted, but yes, like
That's
what
racist.
we doing? What are we doing?
And
Hey,
she was
how old is
she was
25? Come on,
25, I believe, and she was on such a good trajectory. Obviously, look, this is not going to kill her career. By the way, I just want to put that out there.
I don't think she's getting released.
Yeah,
or
it's not
anything.
like she said the N-word.
yeah. I don't know if this is going to kill her career. She's not going to get released. By the way, I just think there might be a slight punishment here. Maybe obviously I've seen that the match has gotten pulled, but on other accounts,
Yeah, I think she just gets squashed.
Possibly on other accounts it's saying that the match is still there. I mean, I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait till Friday to find out, but I have a feeling she's not gonna win.
I think it's
especially now after this.
I think it's gonna be one of those situations where she's gonna probably, if they even still have this match, she is gonna lose, and then we just may not see her for a while, and she's gonna be in that tough spot of where she's gonna come back randomly one day, and she's just gonna have to work because we may be in we may have a whole different women's setting, and then she just comes back randomly. She's gonna have to work, and I think it's gonna be one of those situations where she's gonna have to build herself up. And I hope, because again, I saw the video, y'all see my skin, but it's like it was crazy. Shouldn't do that, but I just hope that this doesn't kill her for good, because there's a lot of really bad guys in wrestling that are still wrestling. So I hope this doesn't kill her.
It's crazy to me because I kind of had her as my early prediction to win the Money in the Bank, but now it's kind of like, oh well, that's kind of gone and out the door. I guess if I were to see anybody, I'm not gonna lie, Dakota Kai is a contender.
She's another one, bro.
I'm
She's a
really
contender to
surprised
win.
how they're keeping her so clean, because this isn't the first time one of her matches didn't have an ending to it.
Yeah, they're protecting her.
Yeah.
The other person that I think not a lot of people will kind of come out and say is Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green has a
Bro, that would be
very, obviously she's not being booked the strongest, but who's to say
But I think
she
this is
can't win?
there's a
Who's to
reason
say?
for it though.
Yeah.
She's showing WWE that I can take these losses and I can do this character to the absolute fullest. Eventually, she's gonna get that opportunity.
And then the other thing that kind of gave me a sign of hope was they sent her back to NXT and she put on a
Banger.
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 So I'm starting to think maybe they're starting to think that like maybe she could be a Money in the Bank winner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Another sleeper would be Shayna Baszler.
Oh, she's a sleeper.
Send her
pick.
down to NXT, work on her craft a little bit.
I'm
She's a
not
sleeper
going.
pick.
Oh, dang it! No. Actually, never mind, Phil. You're good. I was about to say. I thought he said it in his comment, but he didn't. Depending on when Carmella comes back, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's just me.
Lee says
Bro,
CM
CM Punk
over
did
anything.
Nexus! He did Nexus!
He did the Mickey Nexus. I'm not gonna lie.
But it was
The
still better
Mickey
than
Nexus.
3MB. Let's be real.
Was it?
Oh my god, bro.
So one of the funniest things to come out of this night was JD McDonough trying to press Braun Strowman. Like what was he doing?
Idiot. What an idiot. What an absolute dweeb.
That's what it looked like when Tommy tried to press me.
It weren't the next ass. Lee, your ass. How about that? How about that? 3MB ass. Drew McIntyre ass. He's about to lose that clash, guaranteed. Because of who? CM Punk, my goat. Deal with it. You'll never be champion again. Didn't they lose to John Cena? Okay, who hasn't? Who hasn't lost to John Cena? God, Lee, what the heck? Who invited him? Who told him to? Who did this? Who did this?
Man, I'm gonna wait for Rod because I missed most of the show, so I'm gonna wait for him to see.
I can't believe Lee is really here. JD trying to step to Braun has to be one of the funniest things I've seen all year. Yeah, and then it's funny because JD is so small and his head is so big, and then Braun is just big. Oh my God, Lee.
I don't. Now to come to think of it, I don't think Drew has ever really lost to John Cena.
How many times have they wrestled spot?
That's not the point.
No, dude, no.
I'm saying this, and I'm a Punk guy. I just we gotta be real. Gotta be real.
Okay, but Punk has. Okay, but because of that same statement, has Drew ever beat John Cena?
Has who?
Has Drew ever beat John Cena?
How can he beat Drew if they've never fought?
No, that's crazy. No, that's crazy. Now Tommy hating on my Celtic brothers. Who are you talking about?
He's talking about Sheamus
I am not hating on Sheamus, but I will say, since Sheamus is
or
Drew
Balor.
McIntyre's friend, Finn Balor, it doesn't matter who he. Oh, JD, probably JD.
Oh, JD.
I mean, if JD's one of your guys, Lee, you might want to reconsider one of your guys. Not gonna lie. You talking shit, and I don't care about JD.
That's kind of crazy.
What?
Never really thought about. Lee's in Scotland. He's watching this, and it's all like happening. Like as soon as we say it, it's kind of crazy.
Wait. What time is it in Scotland? I'm about to get.
Yeah, what time is it in Scotland?
Let's see. Let's see if Google knows the time.
Does Google know ball?
Time in Scotland. No way, Lee. No fucking way you're up watching us at this time. Lee's a real one, but fuck him.
What time is it?
3:28 a.m.
Real.
That is crazy.
There's never been a Cena versus McIntyre one-on-one match.
Thank
So
you, Phil.
how can he lose? How can he lose if they never
And
fought?
how can he win?
He never lost.
Never won either. Thank you, Phil. God damn it. God damn it. Well, I want to. Oh, there he is. I was about to say I wanted to wait for Axel to talk about the main event, bro.
So before we get to the main event, there's actually one thing I actually do want to talk about. to me, it seems like Dominic Mysterio is low-key starting a faction on his own. Low-key.
I didn't think about it that way.
Because look at the people he's kind of working with.
Yeah.
Carlito, obviously Liv Morgan. Could he be forming a faction on his own?
I mean, I'm not. Who would be next though?
I don't know. That's what remains to be seen.
I just think that would be cool, but I think they're just trying to find a way to push him away from really push everybody away from Judgment Day and kind of disperse them in a way. But yeah, man, we're just gonna come back to a shit show in Judgment Day.
Yes, hell, she's gonna come back to hell. Also, they had a tag team number one contenders match between Judgment Day and New Catch Republic, the Creed Brothers and Authors of Pain. The Judgment Day are now the number one contenders. They're going to be going against the Awesome Truth. I would assume this is going to be a King and Queen of the Ring, but if not, it's just going to be on a random Raw. So,
I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of mad the Creed Brothers did not win.
Damn, is the Judgment Day going to win again? No way. I hope not, man. No way.
And then there's JD and Finn.
No way. I hope they don't win. Let's move on to the main event. Man, King of the Ring tournament, final quarterfinals match on the side of the men's. Jey Uso versus Ilja Dragunov. We kind of got to see a little bit more offense from Jey Uso in this match, other than super kicks.
He had to. He was in there with a certified hooper.
Ilja Dragunov just makes everybody look good, whoever he's in the ring with. He's an elite seller. What the hell is that?
It's just ocean water from Sonic. I just had to shovel one while my mouth is blue.
Yeah, shocker. Judgment Day are number one contenders. Shocker. Man, look, I thought Ilja was gonna win this match, but I understand as to why he didn't win. They don't want to do Gunther and Ilja on a random Raw. I think that feud needs a build on the main roster because it's such a high profile match. And I get it. Like, I know people want to see it, but to put him on a random Raw, I don't know. And, I don't know. To put it on a random Raw is kind of like meh, And also, Jey Uso's a big star right now. And look, he's main event Jey Uso, right? He hasn't been winning much. There's a possibility he wins next week against Gunther.
No.
Like, there's a possibility. There's a possibility he really does win next week against Gunther and goes on and becomes the King of the Ring. There's a real possibility. I'm just saying it right now.
So you're right. Lee, wow.
Jey Uso's ass is crazy.
Nah, that's a little crazy, but I'm going to be honest. I really thought, why tease us in the first place? That was just unnecessary. I would have been fine with just a dumb face-to-face backstage. Why would you put them in the King of the Ring tournament on the same side? Just literally, they're just on their way to each other. No. So
I can see it, man. Jay's got a lot of momentum behind him right now. Gunther doesn't really need it at the moment because I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize it. I do think Gunther should win, but it wouldn't hurt Gunther not being King of the Ring.
It wouldn't, but how else would he get that title match that I think he so deserves?
It's Raw. They do number one contenders matches all the time.
But the thing is like, if you want to build Gunther up again, why have him lose? But then again, look, Jey Uso, I think the moment he had in France was enough to tell you that, like, he's a star, man. Like, he's a superstar. He's clearly, like, look at the reactions he's getting every week. This was, I don't want to compare it to Drew but I think I'm gonna kind of have to. When Drew got that push against Brock Lesnar, the crowd was reacting insanely to him. And look at where it got him. I think the same could be said about Jey Uso here. I mean, the crowd is just so behind him.
He said, "Newsflash." He called you dumb.
Lee. Please stop before I'm just gonna go to sleep. You ever heard of that? Go to sleep. BTS. You know what that is?
So, Phil, I also wanted Finn, but I'm not gonna lie. There's a bigger agenda here. Finn needs to win Money in the Bank. That's the agenda right there. He needs to cash in on Damian Priest. I do believe.
Loki, I think it was always going to be Gunther until Backlash.
Man, was this supposed to have been Drew against Ilya? And then we were supposed to get Drew versus Gunther?
Oh, I don't know. If it depends on if that injury is as serious as they say it is.
Man.
That-
So in that case, would Drew have won still? I think so.
No, I think that would have been a time where Punk.
I think he would have won. I think maybe he would have got cost in like the second or third round by CM Punk.
Do you think Drew would have beat Gunther? I feel like that's where he might have gotten cost.
No. Right there is what he would have lost.
Man.
CM Punk would have fucked that shit up for him.
This is crazy, man. I mean, look. Jey Uso star power is undeniable, man. The guy's getting crazy reactions, and I think he salvaged himself from the WrestleMania disaster that like I won't ever go back to rewatch. By the way, but he salvaged himself. Yeah, Jay is in Drew's spot. So okay, I'm gonna tell you this, right, Phil? This kind of reminds me in a sense of Kofi Kingston stepped in for Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali was going to get a world title shot, and Kofi Kingston stepped in, and the crowd kind of really got behind Kofi Kingston in 2019. This is kind of the same thing in a sense. Jay stepped in for obviously Jay's been had momentum, but France kind of did it to him, and then he stepped in, and I mean now we're probably going to get Jey Uso as King of the Ring, and he's main event Jey Uso and hasn't won much of anything, and this right here would prove that he can hang around the main event scene.
Bro,
I don't think it should be at the expense of Gunther though. But we're here already, and it's like I said, food for thought. Like he could win, right? I still have Gunther winning, but if Jay does win, just prepare for that.
Because on the SmackDown side, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to see Tama Tonga losing anytime soon.
Oh yeah, bro, man. Jay versus Tama Tonga, man. I don't want to see that, but I think that's kind of no, not in the King of the Ring.
Okay.
Phil was just saying this, like, why would hold on? I'm gonna scroll up a little bit because Phil was just saying it. Oh, right here. If the King of the Ring tournament is to just further the Bloodline story, then why even have it? Like
that's real.
That's true, bro. Like
I will say to play devil's advocate though, I do like this whole story thing that they're doing is anytime Jay is gonna win, get an accolade on his hands, whether it be Jimmy or now someone from the bloodline, new bloodline, someone comes in and ruins it. I kind of like that. I don't know.
Do you, bro? That makes me think. Does Tama Tonga win it?
I think even if it's not Tama Tonga. Mm-hmm.
Because they're trying to build the bloodline back up as dominant forces. Oh no!
I'm not. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I get why y'all are mad at it, but I'm not.
Damn.
Man,
I will say anytime y'all thought they were gonna make a mistake with the bloodline storyline, they pulled y'all back in.
No. Look, I get it, but this is Gunther's moment, man. This is Gunther's moment.
It really is.
Because I don't see, bro. I'm sorry, I don't see Gunther winning a Money in the Bank for the simple fact I do not see him in a ladder match. Gunther is not the type to be in a ladder match. I'm like that's just I can't foresee that.
Well, the story is right there. He plays like a German character. Hey, I won a title match in Germany for Bash of Berlin.
Is there enough time to build Ilja and Gunther at Bash at Berlin?
I'm not gonna. I would rather that than a world title match for Gunther at Bash of Berlin.
Yeah.
I don't think Gunther needs to. I don't think Gunther needs to win the title in 2024.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. The more I think about it, and I said it, and I think I said it coming off of Mania, and I think I said it on the pod. I said Gunther has been champion for I think about 80% of the time that he's been in the WWE. I think he needs a long extended run without a championship. I truly do believe that. For him to really solidify himself as a top guy, I think he needs a run without a championship.
That's the thing. I think even if they did want to do it this year, I don't think there's enough space because you got to give Damian a lengthy run. Drew's going to win it back some point this year. And then he's going to feud with Punk. Who knows if Punk is going to win it?
And you know Damian's going to feud with Finn, and that's going to ultimately lead to Finn cashing in on Damian.
And then we're going to get Punk versus Rollins, probably. So,
Yeah.
I think, which doesn't need a title, but I feel like it's going to surround itself around a title too.
Yep.
So that means I think we're getting Gunther with the championship at Mania or after Mania.
Next year, yeah. Which, you know what? Look, I'm completely fine with that. But, like, I'm completely fine with that, actually. And I'm not going to lie, I want to see an extended period of time of Gunther not being a champion and kind of chasing after gold. And I feel like, I don't know why, but, like, if he fails to win the King of the Ring, I think it would add that much more. I feel like he'll become more vicious. Like, he'll become more strategic and more locked in. It could bode well for him. It could bode well for him. And I think it's gonna build on his character that he already has. Because think about it, this guy didn't lose for 600 days. This is a guy who didn't lose for 600 days. So, I mean, hey, it's gonna be Jay or Tamatonga. I think we have to literally sit with the realization that it's gonna be Jay or Tonga.
I'm gonna be honest. What Phil's saying, this is why I stand. I think King of the Ring is a perfect gimmick, or I guess you can a gimmick booster, so to speak, for Gunther. Because if he is gonna have this extended run without a title, which I agree with Russell, I think he does need one. That's if you think about it. He's been champion for a very long time in WWE, so if he needs his extended run, I would kind of like it to be enhanced a little bit with the King of the Ring. But that's just where I stand. And I think because it does play in his character so well. And I think they would make it mean something. Let's just say we get Ilja and Gunther at Bash at Berlin, and he's still doing this King of the Ring gimmick. I think those two would just make that feel so much better because like he's so passionate. I just think it could help with a lot of story things, a lot of stories in that.
I guess the other thing is, maybe you do have Gunther win King of the Ring, but you have him fail at his first attempt at winning a world championship. I guess that could be another route you take. But I don't think, in any way, shape, or form, I don't think he should win. And so you were just talking about the King gimmick, right? Like King Gunther?
Yeah.
That was never a gimmick. Like, that was kind of just, you win the world title, and that was it. Like, Xavier Woods and them, like the past couple of years, they've had the gimmicks, but in the 90s and the early 2000s,
Stone Cold was never King Stone Cold.
Yeah, King Stone Cold. Like
also, I don't think Gunther's going to be a guy that does the whole King thing.
Yeah, nah, he's not doing that. And same thing, like, think about it. Triple H is a heavy, like, old school guy. He's going to treat it like how it was when, got the likes of like Stone Cold won it and the likes of like when Brock Lesnar won it. Like, these are guys who didn't rock the King gimmick or whatever it is. It didn't start with that until I believe the first person who actually did it was King Booker. He was the first person to actually do a King gimmick. And he did it perfectly. I think he did it the best out of anybody. It transcended him literally into a main event star. And he did it perfectly. Sheamus, not really. Definitely not Corbin. Xavier Woods, no. But I think let's say he does win, right? Because I do think like I said, I have him winning next week. I just want to emphasize that kind of like Jay could potentially win, and I don't want to see people kind of just being like, oh, like fuck Jay, like this and that. Because if Jay does win, there's a reason why, and it's his popularity, his merch sales. He's been top 3, top 5 for several months now. Like, the guy is on fire. But if Gunther does win, I would have him fail at his first world title shot. I wouldn't have him win. I think it'll add more to his character, and it'll make him that much more vicious and more strategic in terms of like how he does get back to that world title spot. So, yeah, I'm really hoping that if he does win, he does not win his first world title match. So that's kind of like where I stand with that, because he needs to go a very extended period of time with not winning the title. Okay, we're gonna swap over to NXT. This by the way, NXT puts on great shows all the time. Having him lose his first world title shot is risky. It is, but for a guy like Gunther, is it really? This is a guy who could build himself back up almost immediately, even if he loses on his first world title shot. But not everybody needs to win their first world title match in their in their first match that they get the world title shot. Not everybody does. I think for a guy like Gunther too, it kind of creates that adversity for him that like this is a guy that all he does is win, 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 win. Why not have him lose now? You know, like in his one of his like first major title shots, because this is all this guy does is win. So how are you gonna portray the extra layer of character that can be added onto him that when he does lose, it makes him just that much more vicious, and he's gonna get back to the title regardless. Like there's literally a path for him to the title, whether he loses, and obviously if he wins, then obviously he wins. But yeah, I mean there's just an easy path for him back to the title, even if it takes a couple of months, or he even wins the Royal. I'm not gonna lie, I have him as almost a lock to win the Royal Rumble next year. I mean, and that's just right now. I don't know what's gonna happen 6 months from now, but I almost have him as a lock to win the Rumble next year.
I'm picking Roman Reigns. I'm just kidding. But no, I like that pick though.
I think Gunther's almost a lock for me. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 6 months. I don't know whose stock rises or whose stock drops. But if I were a betting man right now, I would pick Gunther to win the Royal Rumble in 2025. Yeah, we have said Gunther, and there's been, but obviously look at the last 2 years. 2023, obviously Cody was the guy to win. He was coming back from injury. He was going to go for the title. Obviously, he was the guy. 24, Gunther, yes, but CM Punk and Cody were kind of favored over him. This year, there's a clear cut. He's almost kind of the clear cut guy. Obviously, you could put Roman, but I don't think Roman's gonna win. I don't foresee Roman. I don't foresee Roman in the Royal Rumble match next year. By the way,
yeah, he doesn't need it. I was just trolling.
I don't think Seth Rollins needs a Rumble win, so I don't think that's gonna be for him. I think it's got to be a guy like Gunther. So, and he's come close the last 2 years. 3 times the charm. Here he goes. He's gonna win it this year. He's come close the last 2 years.
Liv is gonna win the Rumble too.
I think she'll have the title beforehand.
The learning tree is gonna win the Rumble.
No.
And Moose is gonna be in the Rumble.
Bro, we're gonna have to do obviously later in the year. We have to do predictions of like who we think like surprise entrants are gonna be in the Rumble this upcoming year, especially because TNA this year was in it. I got a feeling TNA is gonna be in it next year, and who knows? Could we see, because obviously WWE starting to work with like these Japan promotions. Could we see anybody from any of those other promotions? So,
to be honest, it's crazy. You're right. They are doing that, but I don't see any of them. Like, I don't know how to say this without sounding kind of crazy, but because they're great over there in Japan, they are. But I just don't see, out of the roster they have now, I just don't see WWE or Triple H utilizing any of them. To be quite honest with you, because Okada already left, so it's like Jay White's already gone, Will Ospreay's already gone, so it's like, who's over there right now? You know what I mean?
I'd love to see like a Gabe Kidd.
Oh, a Gabe Kidd would be fun.
Type of guy, or what's his name? David Finlay. David Finley would be.
Tommy feels the way about David Finley.
I'm not a fan. He's a whole.
Even Leo Rush with his new gimmick, Blackheart, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Tommy really made basketball conversation with no, we removed. God damn it, Lee, I'm sick of you. Yeah, I'm sick of you. Hey, I can't even give this nigga 30. I was about to give him 30, but I can't give him 30.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to NXT. So one thing I will say, this new era is obviously being led by Trick, right? But low key, I got a feeling they're also strapping the rocket to the back of Javon Evans.
Oh yeah.
Like this guy's being featured heavily every week.
Oh yeah.
And bro, he had another banger with Noam Dar. Like that shit was a heater.
It was beautiful. I'm a big Javon Evans fan, man. He's great.
He's great, man. I got to meet him WrestleMania weekend. Such a great guy, man. I'm very happy I got to meet him and take a picture with him. So yeah, that was great. Yeah, he's 19, which is so crazy, and he's already he seems like a vet out there.
Well, if he wins the NXT title, that wouldn't like break the Randy's record, would it? As being the youngest?
Yeah, he would.
Oh, would they count it?
Randy won it at 20. Oh, actually, I don't know if they would count it. Did Randy win it at 24? I think so. He might be the youngest world champion.
I think he is.
He is. I think so. At 24,
But I don't know if they're gonna call the NXT champion.
I don't know.
Tommy is a Javon Evans fan, Lee.
Huh? Is Tommy like this kid you're talking about? Yeah.
Yes.
Is that not?
Lee, how do you not know who Javon Evans is?
Lee, what's going on?
Come on.
Wait,
People
he's gonna
put
be
NXT.
he's gonna be like Tommy likes this guy. Oh, well, then I hate him. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
How old was Paige, Phil, when she won it? Okay, so the first match was the women's North American title qualifier, which was Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame. Oh man, Sol Ruka is so impressive, bro. Bro, just when you think NXT can't like have any more talent, like obviously they just shipped away Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, Lyra Valkyria, Roxanne Perez, who were all pretty big mainstays in NXT. And now they're showing off talent like Javon Evans. Obviously, Trick Williams has been on the rise a lot. Sol Ruka's another one. They're Noam Dar. Like, all these people are, dude, like, they're showing all these people off. And, man, NXT just does not stop with talent. Sol Ruka ended up beating Izzy Dame. This was a very good match.
That might even be a hot take. That might be real, like, legit.
That might be a legit take. That like he might be the best wrestler. Damn, pure wrestler. I don't know. I think Charlie Dempsey might have that.
Oh, that's enough. They need to go at it. Oh,
We've
seen it already, but we need to see it again.
Charlie Dempsey might be actually. Yeah, Sol Ruka, that Soul Snatcher that she has, that finisher is one of the most unique finishers I've ever seen. I love this. So Sol Ruka, she's gonna be in the ladder match at NXT Battleground, which takes place 3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from now. I believe it's June 9th, Sunday, June 9th, in the Apex, UFC Apex. So that's gonna be very interesting to see. Yeah, Sol Ruka is amazing. She's as advertised, bro. She's a star. Then we had OTM versus Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. Like I said, NXT just keeps showcasing talent, and while we have seen what OTM is, Idris Enofe and Malik Blade are a very good tag team, and they're up on the rise. I would suggest you guys watch them because they're very, very good. The tag team division is not struggling, by the way, in NXT. I know what happens 1 week at the. No, Clash at the Castle. I know.
Lee, why are you so excited to see your goat look stupid?
Phil, is that the next out of nowhere? The Soul Snatcher, low key, it could be. That could be one of those out of nowhere type of moves that they could be using. I'm not gonna lie, that could be.
I'm still not.
I'm gonna hit Tommy with a Soul Snatcher.
I'm still not sold on Soul Ruka, bro. I'm not.
By the way, I would just like to say before we do continue on, The Timberwolves are about to beat the Nuggets. It's 114. It's 114 to 68.
Damn.
It's
40,
bad.
46 point lead.
That is
Dude, that's ridiculous.
that is crazy. I think the Nuggets are going to win in 7. I think this was a game where they just won. By the way, they just won 3 straight. At some point, they had to kind of pump the brakes a little bit, and they kind of did. But I think they're still going to win the series.
Oh my god.
But that is a beatdown.
That is a beatdown.
That is a beatdown. But I do think I don't see the Timberwolves stealing a game in Denver in a game 7. I don't see that happening.
Lee says, "I'm gonna travel up to Glasgow not to watch the show, but only to call CM Punk a bitch."
Okay.
Phil says, "Respect Sol Ruka, Tommy."
I respect her. I'm sure she's a great human being. I just don't, it's cool. I just don't see the hype yet. I just don't. She has a cool finisher. Is Tommy's team losing? We lost yesterday, Lee.
Bro, there's no way.
What?
So I have a parlay, right? And Jokic just needs 3 more points, and he's not going to get it.
Bro. He's sitting, brother.
And he's not going to get it. Yeah. That's all I needed. So,
how much you would have won?
It was 5 for 138.
Damn.
Fuck, bro. Damn. Because I had Anthony Edwards for 4 rebounds. He got it. Aaron Gordon for 4 rebounds. He got it. Murray for 4 assists. He got it. Anthony Edwards for 2 made threes. He got it. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for 1 3. He got it. Jamal Murray for 1 3. He got it. Nikola Jokic points and rebounds, a combination of 41.5. I took the under. That's gonna hit. And then Aaron Gordon, combination of points and rebounds, 19.5. He got that. But Nikola Jokic needed to score 25, and he didn't. He scored 22. I missed off of.
I no passion for the game, man. You don't care.
Damn it. Okay.
Lee, I can't stand you.
Hey, man, if they lose, he gets to go home early.
He does. Okay. So the next one was Ivy Now versus Lash Legend, which obviously Lash Legend did beat Ivy Now. Lash Legend is qualified.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna win. I really do think she's gonna win. I really do think she's gonna win the North American title. There's a couple of people, but I think she's gonna be the one. Yeah, damn you, Jokic. Yeah, I know. Dude sold me tonight.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This might be crazy or too soon, whatever you guys want to think. But if Lash don't win the belt at the Battleground, I wouldn't be surprised if they build her up for that NXT Women's, the big one. You know what I mean? The big one. Or they can do some power couple stuff. Now they can still do it with the North American Women's title, but it would hit a little bit more if she was, the women's champ. I'm just saying.
You got some breaking news real quick. Moxley versus Takeshita is official for Double or Nothing.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Double or Nothing's low-key stacked, but that doesn't give Tony.
Never mind. Screw it. I mean, it's gonna be a good match, but it's not for the title. It's an eliminator match.
What the fuck? No way they're doing an eliminator match on the pay-per-view. They're not doing that. They're
doing it, according to Tony Khan.
They're not doing it.
Why?
No
Why
way.
even do the match, bro? Why even do the match?
No way. There's no way.
Why are you doing an eliminator match?
He tried to throw in there with a title shot at stake.
Do you think? Nah, TK, that's crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's no saving this guy. Bro, what are you doing?
IWGP World Heavyweight Championship eliminator match? There's no way.
On a pay-per-view, bro. On something you expect people to pay $50 or $60 for, and you're not even gonna put.
It's gonna be even crazier if they have Moxley beat him.
Bro, it's gonna be so pointless.
Now it's kind of like Takeshita has to win, even though just don't have the match, in my opinion. But yeah.
All right. So we ended up getting Oro Mensah, not Noam Dar. we ended up getting Oro Mensah with Jakar Jackson and Lash Legend against Javon Evans.
Lee said, "Hell, even Tommy can book a better show than Tony Khan."
Definitely could. Bro, we already know who's gonna win that match. It's gonna be John Moxley. Like
No, it can't be though.
Now it can't. Now it can't be if it's an
It
eliminator.
really can't. Because what was the point of even? Why are we doing this?
the champion always wins these eliminator matches. Like
I hope. I mean, that's true, but it's on a pay per view, so now he kind of has to lose now.
Because we gotta see it again. Because what the fuck, Tony Khan? Bro, he just stressed me out. That just stressed me out. What are we doing?
all right, man. Oro Mensah versus Javon Evans. This is a sensational match, dude. Javon Evans obviously defeated Oro Mensah. Like I said earlier, just when we started covering NXT, it seems like Javon Evans seems to be one of the cornerstone guys for NXT, man. Shawn Michaels loves to use this guy, and he's gonna be a huge star, man. Young OG, yeah, he's gonna be a big star, man. Then we got a segment between Obafemi, Ivar, Josh Briggs, and Wes Lee. Obviously, this is going to be a fatal four-way match for the NXT North American Championship at NXT Battleground. There's not much I can even say about this. It's just going to be a good match, man. Does Wes Lee win, though? Or do you think Obafemi stays with the title?
Obafemi, probably.
That's tough. Because it's one of those situations where I don't know what Wesley is going to do afterwards. But if Oba loses, I have hope that he has lots to do left in NXT. So that's why it's like, I don't know who you go with here.
Oh, yeah. Breaking news. Ivar is out indefinitely with an injury. I had forgot about that, Phil. But
is it a real one or is this?
Yes, it's a real injury. He's out indefinitely.
I was about to say, what was the point of bringing him down there? I was about to get mad at that.
He's out indefinitely now. So I got a feeling it's just going to be a triple threat now. But
damn, the whole tag team is hurt, ain't it? Ivar.
Yeah, Eric and Ivar. Yeah. But anyways, I think it's going to be a triple threat. It's still going to be a good match regardless. I do get what you're saying. I think if Oba does lose, there's a path for him to get to the NXT title. But I think also the same could be also said for Wes Lee.
They got to just go ahead and turn him heel, though. Like, go all in, though.
Yeah. He's been in the NXT North American title scene for a long time. And I think you can easily bring him up, Wes Lee, to the NXT title. So we ended up getting Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Ridge Holland and Riley Osborne. I'm not going to lie. They haven't been doing much with the Good Brothers, man. But this match wasn't all that good. I'm not going to lie. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson won. I'm not even going to speak about it. There was nothing good or notable about that match. Lola Vice, obviously, with Shayna Baszler in her corner against Carly Bright. Wasn't much to this match, honestly. It was whatever. Lola Vice ended up winning. Carmen Petrovic and Natalia are still involved in this storyline up against Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler. I love Carmen Petrovic, by the way. I think she's fucking phenomenal. So
I was just about to say, I think she needs to distance herself from Natalia, honestly.
Yes. I think we talked about that like last week or whatever. Yeah. And then the main event of the night, Charlie Dempsey versus Tony D'Angelo for the Heritage Cup. Tony D is your new Heritage Cup champion. This is a very, very good match. But the family just keeps going, man. The family, they keep winning. They don't lose. Man, I love the family, man. And Tony D'Angelo is finally your Heritage Cup champion. This was, like I said, this is a very good match too.
I can see the vignettes now. Tony D at his mafia-esque table with his feet up with the Heritage Cup in the center of it. Having a family meeting. Oh, I can see it. I can see it now, bro.
We're going to whack Tommy. We're going to whack Tommy, man.
What? Oh, my gosh. Actually, how about before we get to me, let's start with Donnie, because we can all agree on that.
All right, let's
we'll whack Donnie.
Yeah.
Yes, Phil. Tony D actually won the Heritage Cup.
We have a new Heritage Cup champion.
Yep.
I wish they needed to take that one a little. Man, that run could have been so great if they just took it a little bit more serious, gave him a little bit more to do. But I'm okay with it, I guess. But I'm a huge Charlie Dempsey fan. I'm signing him to my imaginary promotion. Swear.
All right, man. We're gonna move on to AEW. We're gonna kind of just recap this really quick because we're gonna talk about some news that we kind of had gotten earlier today, and we're gonna cover a couple other things. We're not gonna take up too much of your guys' time for the rest of the night. So
That's Tommy's ringer, Lee.
Huh?
Yes, why did his hear Game Boy going off?
Oh, that's my okay. I'm playing the game totally.
John Moxley and Bryan Danielson versus Jeff Cobb and Kyle Fletcher. Bryan Danielson and John Moxley obviously ended up winning. This was a very good match. I like how they're giving Kyle Fletcher a lot of shine. Same thing with Jeff Cobb, and especially facing them up against two of like the best AEW have to offer, in John Moxley and Bryan Danielson. This was a very good match. I'd like to see what else they do with Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb. Obviously, these other two guys are mainstays. By the way, Bryan Danielson's contract is coming up right now. It's gonna come up soon. I do believe his last match will be AEW All In at Wembley, and
He's gonna get a backstage job either with AEW or WWE. After that.
So yes, he did. He had stated that he's gonna take some time off to kind of, see what his future holds. There's a possibility he goes to WWE, but there's also a possibility he stays in AEW. Obviously, things are
He
looking
would be the perfect head coach at the Performance Center.
and things are looking very bright at WWE right now. And look, I'm gonna always say this: Bryan Danielson is going to retire in the WWE.
Can you guys imagine a world without Bryan Danielson wrestling though? I'm not ready for that, to be honest with you.
I think if he's gonna retire, I think he's gonna retire in the WWE. That'll probably be the last place he actually ends up retiring at. I do believe that. I sorely do believe that. I think he's yes, he was an indie guy before he was a WWE guy, but I think he's always been a WWE guy from the time he came to WWE.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually think he might be the guy that would help AEW go forward, because I don't think he's gonna go back to
I was gonna say I think All In is his last match, but I think no matter where he goes next, he's not gonna wrestle. He's just gonna have a full-time company job.
Yeah, for sure.
Like whether it be a coach or maybe just a backstage or like an agent or something.
It's gonna be very interesting.
He's gonna invent AEW's Performance Center. That's what I think he's gonna do. To be honest,
it's gonna be very interesting to see what he does, because obviously if he goes back to WWE, man, the people in the Performance Center down there, they're gonna have a blast, man.
Who needs Bryan when they have Punk? Not
Punk has been, bro.
Imagine Punk and Bryan in the Performance Center once.
That would be a cheat code. WWE would never have a bad wrestler again.
But then again, like I said, if he does stay in AEW, that would be great, because they're gonna have a guy who's a leader in that locker room, and I think he's actually a guy that a lot of people look up to, like they do John Moxley. I think those are kind of the two guys that everybody kind of looks up to, and those are the two guys that I think are eventually, they might actually end up staying, and they're gonna be the two cornerstone pieces of AEW.
Dude, what is Lee?
Tommy is definitely messaging himself to make it sound like he has.
Lee has been frying you all night long.
Tommy, I know you're not going for this.
Bro, Lee, leave me alone. Listen, Lee, I'm gonna be so happy when Drew is on the mat taking the pin from Damian Priest, and then probably a month after that he's gonna take a pin from CM Punk, and probably again one more time. Thank you, Phil. Phil's on my side. Phil's a real one. Phil is a real one. Lee, don't let.
Not gonna lie, he's been coming up with some good ones all night, man.
Nah, I'm about to fly to Scotland and drop kick this nigga, man.
You gonna beat his ass?
I'm gonna have to, because this is ridiculous. I can't do this. I can't go out.
Do when you see Lee though? So,
you gonna do a CM Punk to Jack Perry type of thing to Lee?
Bro, and then I'm gonna give him a fucking noogie. You ever got a noogie? Jeez, bro.
All right.
Let's try to get my couch in here.
So the next match was the Bucks versus Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels. I hate these type of matches, bro. AEW World Tag Team Championship eliminator match. Like we know the champion is gonna win, and they
Real quick,
won.
I love the Bucks entrances when they're just posing and then they don't the intro the pyro's done and they're like more and they do more.
Yeah, man, I hate the Bucks, but I can't deny that they've been great in terms of like their character work. The last month or two, actually ever since Revolution, so they've been doing very good.
Where
In
where
terms
did Tony Khan get the Eliminator match idea from? What promotion did he see do that?
I don't
I
know,
think I'm
man.
not gonna lie, I think WWE got that from them. I don't know where they got that from.
I
That's
really
what I'm
don't know.
saying. Who taught Tony Khan the word Eliminator?
Bro, I just realized there was another AEW World Championship Eliminator match. There was another one on this show, man.
What? Oh, it was on the
Swerve
same
and Brian
show.
Cage. Yes. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Swerve won, by the way. Letting you know. Bro, Tony Khan cannot keep getting away with this, bro. He cannot, bro. He cannot keep getting away with this, bro. Bro, that is 1, 2. How many on the same card? I think it's only 2 on the same card, but still, bro, 2 eliminator matches on one card is ridiculous. I gotta say.
I
2
really
of them.
do feel like that really that kills your own division. If you keep having champions win these eliminator matches, if you're gonna have them, you're killing the division because if he beats everybody, who the fuck is gonna challenge him? You know what I mean? Like I just don't. They're saying WWE did the championship contender matches first. WWE contender matches are better, but I bet you Triple H ain't gonna do that dumb shit no more. No, he's not. It's not. It's not. I don't think it's beneficial for either side.
I don't even remember the last time they did a contenders match.
I want to say in like 2022, like the summer. I want to say that.
This is good. It's done. All right. After the Swerve Strickland match, we ended up getting a Hook and a squash match. I won't even talk about the match because it was just a squash match. But Jericho actually ended up coming out. And obviously, the fucking learning tree. Like, what the hell? So
He said, "I would never retire, guys."
yeah, he said something like, "I'm not ready to retire. I'm not ready to be put in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame." And so look, he's gonna give Hook a shot at the FTW World Title, but Hook does have to win a qualification match on Collision, which I think will take place this upcoming Saturday. So yeah, no, that's gonna happen. I think Hook is gonna go against Jericho. I just don't see Hook beating Chris Jericho in the rematch. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't see him. Then we had Tony Storm versus Harley Cameron. This was okay. But
Tony Storm carried Harley Cameron to a decent match.
Yeah, she did. She definitely did. Tony Storm ended up beating Harley Cameron. Pretty good match. After this, obviously, look, we got Kazuchika Okada versus Dax Harwood for the AEW Continental Championship. Bro, Okada cannot miss, bro. He does not miss, bro. He really doesn't.
His character work as well is not missing.
Yes.
Obviously, his ring work not missing. So he hasn't missed since he's been there.
He hasn't. He really hasn't. I love this title run that he's having for the AEW Continental Championship title run. It's great. Does he have a match on Double or Nothing?
Who?
Okada?
He's in the Anarchy in the Arena.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're gonna get to that because the fourth member just got revealed, the final member, which we will get to in a second.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a great match. A very big surprise. Okada's not in the.
I thought he was. I thought it was Jack, Okada, and the Young Bucks. Oh yeah, no, Phil, he is.
Okay. All right. So it is. Yeah, he is in it. Okay. So we also had a contract signing between Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné. Dude, this has been a great build. Mercedes Moné finally took her first bump in AEW. She got put through the table. by Willow Nightingale. I'm not gonna lie. I think Willow Nightingale is gonna win at Double or Nothing. I think so.
Mm.
I think she's gonna win. But this was great, and Mercedes is playing into this heel persona very well. And I actually like the character work that she's doing right now. So yeah, I can't wait for that match. Say also, it'll be Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black in a TNT Championship barbed wire steel cage match, which is going to be absolutely insane. What the hell is Adam Copeland doing at 50 plus years old in a barbed wire steel cage match?
I hope putting over Malachi Black.
Like, what is he doing? Bro, 50 plus years old wrestling that type of match? I don't even know what that is. A barbed wire steel cage match? Is that like I feel like I've seen that once before in WWE, at the time WWF, where the barbed wire's at the top of the kind of like how prison barbed wire's at the top of like a cage.
Hmm.
I, if that's is that what it is, or is there like barbed wire like surrounding the whole cage? Like what? I don't even know what it is. I don't even know. I really don't know. I'm very intrigued to see what this could be.
And that is so they do have that stipulation. Basically, if he loses, he joins House of Black. But I do feel like he's going to lose and he's gonna join because I feel like he's gonna do, or at least do as much as he can to do what he wanted to do with the Judgment Day before.
Yeah.
Dude tried to make it all
Yeah.
whatever he tried to do. So I do see that happening. I honestly do. So that's why I do think Malachi can get the win here. Finally, he gets a title.
And then obviously the biggest moment of the night was finally for the Anarchy in the Arena match. Team Elite versus Team AEW. Obviously, FTR, Bryan Danielson, and now the final member, Darby Allin, is officially in the match. Bro, there's no way this dude is back. There's no way. There's literally no way.
I'm no Darby Allin fan, but I just want the man to be okay, bro.
Bro, okay, so him participating in this match makes me think he's okay. But bro, I literally just saw him at Big Business where he broke his foot. Like, how is he back already? Bro, Adam Cole has been out for God knows how long. And you're telling me Darby Allin's already back? Unless they misdiagnosed the injury and we were just all lied to and it wasn't a broken foot or whatever. But man, I just hope when he goes out there next Sunday, I just hope he's not hurt or doesn't get hurt.
When I saw Darby Allin was the one that came back, a few things came to my mind. First, I was like, is AEW's roster thin or something? Because like, I felt like initially like, why is Tony Khan rushing this guy back? But then I thought about who it was. I'm like, that is Darby Allin though. He probably forced Tony Khan to let him back. You know what I mean? So I just hope, like you said, I just hope he's okay. I hope he's healthy. Because granted, I'm not the biggest Darby Allin fan, but I enjoy his match work, his match quality. So it's like, I want him to be in wrestling for a long time, not a fun short time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want him to be wrestling for a while because he's not that old. He may be mid-30s at the most. At the most.
Phil, yes, Hangman is right there, but Hangman's a heel, man. I don't know if he'd fit into this, because he's a heel, and
I thought he just did turn heel too.
Technically, the Elite did suspend him, so I guess there is he could have, a fight to pick with the Elite because they did suspend him. But hey, I mean, I don't know, but I guess Darby Allin, whatever, I don't understand, bro. I really don't understand how he came back in literally a short amount of time. So, anyways, that concludes the recap of the shows from the first half of the week. Obviously, we're gonna do a stream later this weekend, but before we get off stream, WrestleSpot, you wanna cover something?
Oh yeah, the news, man. So Let me pull up the exact thing so I can read you the exact quote. Okay, so as first reported by Dallas News, AEW and the city of Arlington today have announced a historic partnership that will feature AEW hosting a summer series of events on the path to AEW All In from Esports Stadium in Arlington. So basically, AEW is going to be kind of running Collision like a studio show for like a month or so. This is be in the same place. The arena, there's no risers or anything. It's all just like level. It's like a bunch of floor seating. So I'm really curious how that's going to look production-wise. And yeah, they're running one arena for a while. That's kind of what they do, like how NXT runs in that same place. Well, they're going to do Collision from July 20th through August 17th with Death Before Dishonor there too.
That's so crazy. They're also going to run
I think-
Death Before Dishonor there too.
That is
That's
cool.
pretty crazy.
I think there's pros and cons to it. I think there's pros because it's be cool. I mean, it's going to look a little bit better. I mean, the smaller venue is going to look kind of crazy, but I think if they dress it up enough, it's going to look fine. The con for this to me is that tells me that they're not doing too good. I mean, obviously we know they're not doing too good ticket-wise, but that tells me that that issue is worse than it seems.
You reading that just reminded me. I feel like we all came to agreement just last week that AEW should go to smaller venues, and they did it. I'm convinced that Paul Levesque and Tony Khan watches Bad Takes Bad Conversation.
I think that's scary that it only took a year for the show to find a home.
Yeah.
I think that's what I low-key think that's what they're gonna do with Collision. They're gonna have a home for like a month,
Yeah.
maybe in Florida, and then back to Texas or in Philly or something like that. They're at the esports arena it's not even like a big arena. So
I've never even.
it's like a
How many
convention.
people can- How many people can it hold?
I'm about to
Let me check that. I have no idea. It just looks like a bunch of floor seats though.
That's so weird. I mean, look, didn't Collision this past weekend have like 6,000 people for the Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Copeland match?
So I think that's the thing. They do good in some markets, but they go to some terrible markets, bro. Like they'll go to Dallas, but they'll go to like 3 hours outside. You know,
Do you think? Okay, hold on. Question: if they were to hit some of these bigger markets, which they don't hit, right? Do you think they could sell more tickets, or do you think it's just an AEW thing?
I think it's both. I think obviously some markets are going to do better than others if they went to the actual market because they're like a couple weeks ago they went to Houston, but they were really in Rosenberg, Texas,
Okay.
which they're saying they're going there, but in reality they're not. It'd probably be better if they went to the to the Toyota Center or something. But
Thank you, Phil. 2,500.
I mean,
But you gotta think that's probably the capacity when like a standard esports event's going on, and I feel like
do you think
AEW has a bigger setup. So
I do think that's going to be a big eye opener because what if the first couple shows do good, but that same market that they're staying in is like, why do we need to go again? You know?
oh yeah.
But at the same time, though, it's kind of like I feel like he obviously sees NXT, and you can make that work. I think it would work better than them doing what they're doing now with Collision, having empty shows. I think this is better.
Once those tickets drop, I don't plan on going because it's a far drive for Collision, so I wouldn't do it. But I want to see the prices because I want to know like how willing are they going to be to try to sell this place out every week.
2,500 capacity, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't think there's gonna be 2,500 people, especially with the set.
It's
that they
definitely
have.
gonna be less. I think it's gonna be less.
My guess is going to be like 1,500, 2,000
Yeah.
ballpark, somewhere in there.
Damn, that's so crazy, man. Look, Collision was
Basically 5
obviously-
straight weeks of TV.
How big is Full Sail?
not that big,
I don't think it's big. I don't think it's bigger than that.
and it's not.
I
Even
will say
Full Sail.
this-
They moved away from Full Sail. They're not at Full
I
Sail,
think-
by the way.
This
Oh.
being Collision, it's fine.
Sorry.
But I do think if this ever comes to a point
They're
where they
actually-
do this with Dynamite,
Yeah.
that's bad, bro.
So they're actually in their performance center. Like the
Okay.
WWE doesn't run Full Sail anymore.
Never
Run
mind.
their shows at their own, at the performance center.
And I don't even see this as like a WWE tribalist because I honestly don't think NXT would do that well week to week if they traveled too.
No, they wouldn't. So they've been, and it's
I think they do good in the pay-per-views, but I don't know about weekly.
for pay-per-views. From what I've seen, they've been averaging like 6,000 to 7,000 people. Which, by the way, for NXT pay-per-view, especially for it not being NXT Black and Gold, and look, like NXT for Stand and Deliver, dude, I was there. That shit had like 16,000 people. Granted,
Wasn't it the biggest event?
yes, that they've ever had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, it
Yeah,
is
feels right.
WrestleMania
Full Sail
weekend.
did 500 at the time at the NXT speak, but that's when they had to leave.
Granted, like I understand, that's Mania weekend, but that's a lot of people that want to see NXT, and I think NXT is flourishing. Um, man, I don't know what to think of Collision. It's a great alternative, but I don't think Tony Khan has used it to its full potential.
He needs to
Yet.
go ahead and let Bryan Danielson take full control again. That's all he needs to do.
They need to have.
I like Daly's place too.
Yeah, dude, they should run Daly's place for Collision.
Just leave it there.
Leave it at Daly's place and do not move it from there.
At least for a little while. And then I'm about to change subjects real quick. But did y'all hear about how AEW's pay-per-views are trying to get on Max? And they've been talking about it for a while now.
Yes.
Be good.
Do you guys want weekly television on Max eventually, or we cool with just the pay-per-view shows? Because
I don't think that's going to be as good for them as they think if they go weekly there.
It's so crazy that all these streaming services are now offering live TV. Like this is the beginning
NFL
of
on Christmas.
This is the end of cable television as we know it. Cable television is going
prediction, man. Next year, one of the round. I don't want to say the whole round, but a good chunk of these NBA playoff games are going to be on one of these streaming services. Probably on Peacock because NBC is about to get some rights.
How long do you think, right, until cable television is officially dead?
I'm gonna say another
3 years.
10 years. I'm gonna say 10 years until everything's fully over there.
Okay.
Some people are
I'll
gonna
give it another 5 before it's like.
I
think most of it's gonna be in like 5, but 10 is gonna be.
I want to say 5 is gonna be like okay, but I think 10 at 10 cable television should be completely like out of the picture. Like I don't know if we'll see anything on cable television anymore. I think those I
think it would be dead. I think it would be already dead if YouTube TV didn't exist.
Yeah, YouTube TV is great.
Yeah, because YouTube TV is kind of like streaming, like a streaming service, but it's live cable.
It's literally it's live cable, but bro, you can watch that shit from anywhere. So it's technically a streaming service because you can watch it from anywhere. Oh yeah, WWE did extend that deal with USA for 3 months, so you're gonna be getting simultaneously Raw, SmackDown, and is it NXT on there?
Yeah.
Yep, on the same network. That is very good. And then obviously in January of 25, we are going to get Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Which I can't wait for that, man. I really can't.
Raw, bro. I feel like they're gonna go a little unhinged. I feel like that first episode is gonna be crazy.
Dude, I do believe the first month. Hold on. If it's in January, right?
Mm-hmm.
That whole road to WrestleMania is gonna be insane on Raw.
Dude.
Screw the first episode. That whole road to WrestleMania is going to be must-see TV on Monday Night Raw.
Wait, do we know how commercials are going to work there? Yeah.
Well, I
don't think there's going to be commercials,
and it's not even that crazy. I'm being real.
I don't think there's going to be commercials. I don't know.
So that's gonna make their job a little bit harder, but that's fine.
I'm gonna be honest. Raw's gonna be like an actual 3 hours on Netflix.
Yeah,
just letting you guys know now, it's gonna be an actual 3 hours. So even if they do have commercials, Raw is still gonna be 3 hours with or without commercials.
Yeah.
And if it's with commercials, it's gonna be about 3 hours and about 15 minutes or so. That's because they're gonna use all that time on Netflix. They're gonna use all of
it. And it's crazy because are they gonna have a TV-14 rating on Netflix?
They might just try to make that bitch no rating. They're just gonna go crazy. Whatever makes sense.
It's probably a dumb question, but do you need a rating for like?
That's what I'm saying.
I guess technically Netflix has ratings on there, but still.
I think whatever rating it is on there for.
Okay. Let's say they do. Is it up to them to like stay within it on like? Let's say they're TV PG, but 1 week they want to have like they did with Rock and Cody, they want to have blood. Do they have to like not do it on the episode and wait for the next one?
Well, I think with Netflix it creates a lot more flexibility.
Yeah.
That's what that's what the Netflix deal kind of brings to the table is the flexibility that even if it's a TV PG rated show, there's going to be a lot of aspects of TV 14, and I think we got to see a little glimpse of that on the road to WrestleMania. And we're even seeing it now. Kevin Owens literally just bled a couple weeks ago before Backlash.
Literally. I think it's one of those situations where, yeah, they're going to have a rating on the show because I guess they have to. I think it's going to be one of those situations where Raw is going to do whatever Raw wants to do, especially with the money this deal is. There's not going to be too many times where Netflix is going to be like, nah, that was too far. That was crazy. I don't think there's going to be a time. They're gonna bring Netflix so much money. Netflix is gonna close their eyes to whatever.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing if y'all turn on, y'all about to watch the first Raw and it says TVMA?
Oh.
I don't think they would go TVMA, but that'd be crazy.
I don't know though. I don't know if they'll ever go TVMA, but man, TVMA could create for some very ridiculous television. The thing is like I think nowadays, if you're gonna do a TV 14 rating, right, you have to be careful what you do and say on TV nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Like AEW, I guess, can get away with it a little bit, but WWE caters to the wider audiences. You have to be careful what you do and say on screen because people are kind of soft nowadays.
That's real.
And they take things too literally. But I think WWE is going to do a great job of capitalizing on, like Phil said, not doing it every week.
Y'all want to know something crazy? Wait, you go first. Mine's a little long.
Or like they're gonna, or they might do certain things for major feuds that they don't do for lesser feuds. You know, you might see blood for like a blood feud, like a major feud, and then you might get them saying curse words and stuff like that, and maybe doing edgier storylines, edgier characters. I'm very intrigued to see what they do with the women, though.
Yeah.
That's the major one that I think is gonna tell the tale of what this WWE deal on Netflix looks like.
I think we're gonna see the woman be a little bit more violent.
More edgier and stuff. I think we get women bleeding.
That's what I think.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we do.
This is we can jump right back, but this is a random thought I had. The reason that Netflix didn't land WWE the first time they went after it was they wanted to turn Raw into a studio show. So that makes me wonder, like, how much power does, or I don't want to say power, but like how much say does Netflix have on like what they do on TV?
Well,
because if they were willing to like turn that whole 30-year-old show into like a studio show, I mean, it's not going to happen now. They kind of force their hands by being this popular now. I wonder what else they can do.
Well, I think that's just it. I think it's however long or whenever the last talks that they had with Netflix and how obviously they fell through. I think because of the couple years that WWE just displayed, especially this past one, again, I don't think Netflix can say too much now. Netflix like, nah, I don't care where they run it, but we need that on our platform. You know what I mean?
I think this is the perfect way to put it. I think all they'll have is to say is probably like what stars they get. And
I did.
Whereas
they did already kind of start.
Big time names.
Yeah,
I think Raw's gonna get them now.
They did already kind of start because they were real upset about Grayson Waller and Austin Theory staying on SmackDown. I did see that, so they already kind of started with that. So I do see that.
They're gonna have some say in like the people they want.
Yeah.
I think we get Cody back on Raw by the time that Netflix deal comes on.
I wonder how they're gonna do it though. Like I don't think they'll do 2 drafts in 1 year, but they're gonna do some like trades or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
The draft, I mean, it may not happen. Oh yeah, that's a long time.
I want to see. I get them just being like, you know what, just bring them over, like no reason. But I want them to like be true to the draft because then it means nothing.
Yeah.
I wonder. Look, I wonder the type of storylines we get with the women. They're gonna be very interesting. I wonder if they do like edgier storylines. Like, it's gonna be interesting what they do with the women. I think it'll be very telling.
Yeah, and I'm be honest. The first one is gonna be this Liv and Dom story, wherever they go with it. To be honest, because I mean the way they're making it already look, you know. So I think that's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't think SmackDown will be the issue. I also expect to see new sets on both respective shows, or maybe
And,
just Raw.
y'all
Maybe
know-
SmackDown keeps the set, but Raw gets a new
What
one.
is his? Hold on. What is his Instagram name? One of the creators that were very close with Mo. I just can't remember his Instagram name right now, but he posted
Rated Mo Wrestling, Rated M
There
Wrestling.
it is. Rated Mo Wrestling, something like that, right? Great follow. Everyone go find him on Instagram. He's great. Great follow. But he said one of the things that he hates most is how Raw and SmackDown don't have different, literally, change the stage. Literally what I was about to say. That needs to come back. Raw on Netflix needs to have a different stage than the stage on SmackDown, bro. Come on.
Bring back the fist.
Come on.
Fist.
I don't know if that'll ever come back. I'm not
I don't
gonna
think
lie.
so. Yeah.
But I could see a change in stages next year. I don't know if we'll see them this year.
NXT
Okay.
NXT is already unique. It doesn't need to change. SmackDown.
So I know we're talking about Raw and SmackDown getting stage changes. Pay-per-views.
Yeah, bro.
Every
Unique
pay-per-view needs a unique stage.
That's
But I wish that, but I'm not gonna lie. Pay-per-views have been so successful within the last year or so. They're gonna try to fit as many people as they can in there. I don't think that's changing.
Yeah.
It's gonna get that
Look,
entrance walkway.
and this is why I think we're not gonna get stage changes, because look at what they're doing now. They're not
They
trying to
shortened
bring
it.
that much. They're
Yeah.
not trying to bring that much production truck. And I just went to Monday Night Raw. When I tell you there was only 2 production trucks, that was it. There's
Yeah.
usually around 4, by the way. There was only 2. So that tells you that they're trying to cut down on how much they're bringing to shows, so that it's
They're
easier.
profiting so much more.
They're just and they're able to put more people in seats. So
That's that's definitely an Endeavor or a UFC thing, because
Mhm.
UFC all they really bring is the ring.
that's all
it.
they bring.
They
And
probably make so much money.
but I think it looks clean. The smaller sets, they look
It
clean.
does. It does. I think it's just a nostalgia thing. I miss the unique stages and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely do too. But I think I don't know if we're getting that. Maybe
Oh, no, I love this topic.
maybe we get. Oh man, maybe we get something. And like I remember Fastlane last year. Like even the details of the race cars.
That was cool.
I think stuff like that is just adds so much more to the sets. Like I don't know, like Mania next year. I'd love to see a deck of cards on each side of the ramp.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what I think? I think
Probably why
next.
the Mania stage was
I think this next year's Mania is going to be one of the most underwhelming stages of all time.
Underwhelming.
I think they're going to go with a real smaller set. Like, don't get me wrong, the WrestleMania XL stage was cool, but it was kind of underwhelming for being the 40th one.
Indoors as well.
But this is a bigger stadium. Like Allegiant is massive.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're going to want to bring as much money in as possible. And if they got to open those seats.
So there was a tweet.
That's what they did for SummerSlam 2021.
There was a tweet the other day, by the way. So WrestleMania this past year brought in 160,000 people. Next year is expected to be 180,000 fans.
What's that, like 90,000 each night?
Bro, that means they're gonna go for a smaller stage. 100, bro. There's a 20,000 person increase to next year's WrestleMania.
I can see them. I don't think they'll go as drastic as making it only the ramp like they do for like SummerSlam or Money in the Bank and stuff. But I do think it's going to be like very minimal, maybe smaller than last year's stage or this past year's stage.
How do y'all feel about this?
I was thinking Raw. I was going to stay on this Monday, SmackDown, Tuesdays. Oh yeah, the days are staying the same.
Yeah, they're gonna stay the same.
I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna lie. I was a fan when SmackDown was on Tuesdays. But
I
I'm
loved it.
cool with it staying the same.
I'm gonna be honest, Phil. That would take your lovely beloved AEW out of business. I don't think you want that.
I don't think it would be real with you.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't think NXT would take that big of a hit out of AEW, or the same, or vice versa.
Yeah. Man.
That was a good topic of conversation. I'm not gonna lie.
That was real good.
It's very
I like the
interesting.
business side.
It's very interesting. Like I can't wait to see like obviously, we see what's on screen, the wrestling and stuff, but from a business aspect, it's crazy to think of like how WWE is doing in terms of like the business aspect, because they're flourishing in every sense of like just every possible imagination. They're flourishing possibly even greater than the Attitude Era.
I do have another sports topic business that affects AEW this time. So I'm sorry if y'all trying to get off, but
No, you good.
No, don't worry about it.
the NBA looks like they're leaving TNT, and it looks like they might land with NBC. That means probably at the end of the finals might be the last time we see this inside the NBA with Shaq, Charles, unless they all get moved, unless those contracts all get picked up.
That makes
But the reason this affects AEW was they were supposed to get their media rights deal, but now they're reevaluating and they're not getting it yet, which is scary because if they're losing the NBA, don't you think they would want to pick up AEW right away?
That's what I
They
was
decided to wait. So
yeah, which is kind of
scary.
It's scary to think that the AEW might not have a home for a television deal for what is it for next year?
Yeah.
That's,
So that means
that is scary.
and
Actually.
Netflix wouldn't be an option.
Because no.
NBC wouldn't be an option.
Mm-mm.
It looks
Obviously-
like TNT wouldn't be an option. I mean, maybe, but they can end up just staying and being put. That's fine. But other than there, they have maybe Prime Video, maybe Max. It kind of thins out with everything going on right now.
That's tough. That's tough. They would have. I mean, if TNT don't take them back, or TBS, that whole family don't take them back, I feel like you have no choice but to explore streaming services.
I think it's just crazy. I thought them losing the NBA would have been like, let's get them back.
And I could have sworn, I think Esco was talking about it the other day, in our Discord, but the NFL is following the WWE along
Yeah,
with
going,
Netflix
going to
games,
streaming
Christmas games on
service.
Netflix.
So look, like all these sports are going to transition over to streaming services, and I think AEW needs to hurry up and lock in their deal, because as all these other sporting promotions are locking in their deals, it's only going to get worse. One more bit of news, and this actually just came out this past weekend, and I actually totally forgot about it, and I'm glad we're about to talk about it. Just really quick. Dana White announced this, but Friday nights is going to be Power Slap.
Mhm.
Saturdays is going to be
Entertainment.
UFC, and at some point, I don't know when, we don't know when, PLEs are going to move back to Sunday.
Man, that's tough. That's tough.
that is very
So-
I
tough.
love the Saturdays.
Dude,
Love
I don't.
Saturdays.
Okay, look, I don't know why they would move from Saturday to Sunday. Now, this all could just be Dana White just talking out his ass, because that's
It
what
could
he
be
does.
that, or it could be maybe just one every week,
Because
one weekend every
when
year.
when does when does a WWE PLE ever happen? It never happens the same day as a UFC pay-per-view. It never does.
Yeah.
They
It never
never
does.
do. They never coincide with each other. And then it's like, maybe the B pay-per-views get put to Sunday, but man, the A shows gotta stay. Like the Rumbles, the Survivor Series,
Yeah.
the SummerSlams. There's something about a WWE PLE on a Saturday that I just enjoy more than Sundays.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like SummerSlam should have always been on a Saturday. It's SummerSlam. It just makes sense for it to. That's just me though. But
And not only that, bro, kids don't go to school Sundays. You know how bad it used to be for me to stay up on a Sunday for a PLE. My parents was
Hey,
not
now
having
you
it.
kids gotta see what's up, man.
Like
that is sneaky.
kids now, y'all got it good, man. Like y'all Saturday night PLE, you can stay up. You don't got school Sunday. Man, when I was growing up, like, dude, like Sunday PLE, even WrestleMania, like I was so happy. So I think WrestleMania 24 was the first WrestleMania to start at 7 p.m. I remember watching WrestleManias prior to that, the 23, 22, 21, 20.
Start at
And
8.
starting at 8, I was only able to watch an hour, and that was it. By 9 p.m.,
That's tough.
I had to go to sleep. But I remember when 24 came around, I was like, oh, okay, I get 2 hours of wrestling. And I remember 25. I remember this very vividly, but I watched from the 7 to 9 hour, and at night around the 9 o'clock hour, the Shawn Michaels and Undertaker match came on, and I wasn't able to watch it live. I had to wait till the next day.
That one hurts.
My dad had ended
Nope.
up telling me I gotta go to bed.
You know what
What?
my parents would tell me? My parents would make me take a nap before the show, and I would stay up to watch the whole thing.
That's what's
My
up.
dad was not having it, bro.
I'm gonna say my parents were the one. So in my house, he would only get WrestleMania. So that was the only Sunday I got to.
That's
stay.
fair. That's fair.
That was the only Sunday I got to stay awake. Every other pay-per-view was pretty much a skippable show.
Every other pay per view was run to YouTube and Backlash
Yeah.
2006 highlights, and
Literally.
the same rock song in the
Or
background.
go on
Literally, bro.
WWE.com and look up the results.
I'm not gonna lie, I would hate doing that because I would just be like so hurt and be like, oh, I missed this.
Yeah, literally, but nah, that's when I valued Vince's annoying playbacks that he used to do.
Yeah.
He did all the way up until he left, how he basically played the whole damn show and each part of the show. I
Yeah.
used to value those, bro. I'm like, it's okay, I'm gonna see it on Monday. You know?
No, what would hurt the most is going to school the next day and then your friends watched it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would.
And
I was,
you know what?
I was kind of quiet, so I didn't really know anybody that really watched.
I don't know if WWE.com still does this, but they used to have a slideshow, slideshow of every match and like the pictures of every match. And it's a slideshow of every match on WWE.com, and I used to go through that, and because I would do that like literally the morning after because I didn't see the whole pay-per-views, so I would do that because highlights wouldn't be up early in the morning the next day.
Yeah, they
highlights-
probably came out like after afternoon.
In the afternoon, and I wasn't waiting till the afternoon to find out results or whatever. I was so antsy, so I wanted to find it out like earlier in the day. So I would just go to WWE.com, look at the results, and then look at the slideshow. But I'll never forget that moment that I had to go to sleep before the Shawn Michaels and Undertaker match. And then I'm literally laying in bed, and I can hear the TV from my room to the living room, and I hear Shawn Michaels' music playing and Undertaker's music, and then
How
I
did
hear
you
the
sleep?
comments. I didn't.
Oh damn, that's tough.
I remember going to sleep after I think I ended up falling asleep when Triple H's music was hitting.
Mhm.
Because I was awake just like listening to the show, knowing that I couldn't watch it.
I'm not gonna lie, that is torture. Like
that
Fred
that is torture.
Even though it wasn't a great show by any means, WrestleMania 25. But
I don't know. It's just even if
me-
the shows weren't good, it's just the feeling.
when you were a kid, it was like, man, But what was great about it, I guess, was my dad had a VHS recorder, so
Yeah. Got all
bro,
of
you
it.
could just watch it whenever. It's like having like a streaming website, just VHS. Because the next day I got home from school, and then I was able to, basically enter it into the VHS tape and then kind of just rewatch it. But it sucked having to listen through the commentary of the Shawn Michaels and Undertaker match, and then I'm
That
just
match
like,
was
man,
crazy, bro.
I couldn't
Greatest
sleep.
wrestling match of all time.
That's literally, and it's like it sucked. It really did suck, and I'm laying in bed, and then I woke up the next morning tired, and my dad was like, "Why are you so tired?" I'm like, "Because you didn't let me watch WrestleMania, and I had to stay up, and you had the volume up all night." I literally could not shut my eyes, dude. I was so mad. Like I think I cried in bed that
Bro,
night.
I was not gonna lie.
So mad.
After that banger going on, I was just a single tear would just fall.
Dude, like at the time, those were obviously John Cena was my favorite, but those two guys were like some of like my
Bro, they
favorites at
were
the time, and I really
living
wanted to see the
legends, man.
match. I really wanted to see the match, and the fact that I couldn't see it live, and then I went to school the next day, and my friends were like, "Oh my God, did you see Undertaker go from the top rope and almost die?" I'm like, "Bro, really? Like, what the fuck?" Like, I'm like, "Really?" And then like I didn't get to get the results like early in the morning because I got to school, and then I was so tired, bro. Like I was just falling asleep everywhere. I had friends telling me, they were like, "Oh my God, did you see Undertaker won last night?" I'm like, "Oh my God, like what the hell?"
I'd
And
be like, no, I didn't see it, but I heard it.
and then funny enough, then the following year at 26, my dad actually ended up letting me stay up throughout the whole show, and I ended up getting to watch obviously Shawn Michaels lose his career, but I guess that was the makeup, but obviously the 25 match is just it's the greatest one. It's the greatest one, and there's a case for the 26 one, but the one at 25 is just spectacular. It's to me, it's the perfect wrestling match to me.
Mhm.
With storytelling and just everything, and then the star power there is just undeniable. I think it's the perfect wrestling match. It's the perfect storm. But
Hey, man,
man,
we hit 2 hours, man.
we hit 2 hours. We
Dang.
really weren't supposed to. This is only supposed to be like an hour and a half, but we kind of stretched this stream out a little bit.
I really like this. I really like the last 30 to 45 minutes of the show. Just the business talk and then just talking about that. Those are fun.
Always fun.
So, but anyways, this upcoming Sunday or Saturday, we will be streaming. We will be letting you guys know. It'll most likely be Sunday, but we'll let you guys know. Make sure to join Discord, because we've been saying this every week. Tell a friend that knows a friend. Join the Discord. That's where we drop all of our updates on when we're going to be streaming. And remember, next week is King and Queen of the Ring tournament, the pay-per-view, and it's also Double or Nothing. Are we doing BTBC parlays for both of the shows, or what are we doing here? We should combine them low key.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that.
Let's combine them. So okay.
So that next Thursday we'll do predictions.
Parlays the same.
Yeah.
Yes, Phil, you do.
Maybe we'll bring them on for the preview.
I was just about to say, since we're doing the AW one, I think it'll be a perfect time for Phil.
Are we doing a preview show next Thursday?
Yeah, we'll just preview both King of the Ring and Double or Nothing. Whatever Double or Nothing is, because I know they add matches on Saturdays or Fridays.
I just thought about it. We can't do a stream the Sunday after Double or Nothing because
we're gonna do it Saturday.
It'd be too late.
Yeah,
it would be too late. Okay. All right. So we're gonna stream this upcoming weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Be on the lookout. We will be updating you guys over on our Discord. Make sure to follow me, Tommy, and WrestleSpot over on Twitter, Instagram, all that. All our links are literally in the description. And yeah, man. I mean, we appreciate you guys. It's been over 2 hours and 7 minutes. Any last words from Tommy or WrestleSpot?
Tommy, you go first. I got a little shout out I want to make after you're done.
All right. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are still watching after 11 or at 11 o'clock, yeah, well, probably 12. We'll just round it up. 12. Thank you. But yeah, man. Great episode. See you guys next week. Go ahead, WrestleSpot.
Hey, I do want to thank everybody who's watched the channel, watched the chat and stuff, watched the streams. Because along with me, the hard work from me, Tommy, Rod, Steven, that dweeb Jay, that dweeb Donnie, Phil, I just said Axel, Ken, Deontay, all y'all, man. Lee, anybody who's ever been in chat, EJ, Brandon. We hit 3K, man. We hit 3K subscribers.
Hey, victory,
We hit the big 3K, man. So I want to shoot for 5 by the end of the year. We just got to really work hard for it, man. But I think we'll get there.
One other thing, we're 12 episodes away from hitting 100 episodes. Within the next couple of weeks, we are gonna hit 100 episodes, and we have a special 100th episode looming. We will keep you guys updated because it's going to be a big episode. We'll let you guys know what we're doing. It's not going to be your typical BTBC recap show or anything like that. It'll be something completely different, super fun, super laid back. And yeah, we're just gonna have a great time, man.
I gotta have the AO completion so we can react to it by then too.
Yeah, we have to do a compilation, man, of some sorts, man. We gotta, and we just gotta recap some of the best moments that we've had over on the pod.
Thank you, Phil.
Hey, man,
Thanks,
since
Phil.
there's only
Appreciate
2
it.
of y'all in chat right now, I'm going to just give a little hint. We're in negotiations with someone. I'm not going to say anything more than that. We're in negotiations with someone.
Yes, there will be another member. You guys will eventually find that out. You guys will eventually find that out soon enough.
See what happens when you stay the whole time?
You get the scoop, man. I'm not gonna say anything else though, and you probably won't hear us talk about it until it happens again.
Yes.
So there you go. Phil said, "Spoiler, it's me."
Hey man, by the way, everybody, go ahead and follow Phil on YouTube, Outside the Brand. He has a great podcast, man. I love listening to the podcast. Make sure y'all go over, y'all follow Phil over on Outside the Brand over on YouTube. Make sure to also follow him on all his socials. All his, they're all like on Twitter, he's Phil We Met. Go look him up, follow him. So yeah, man, go follow him. He's great and has a great podcast, man. Over he actually has it with Whitloff. Yes,
Nate.
Whitloff. Yep. So make sure to go follow those guys. They have a great podcast. And stay tuned with all their stuff too.
Shooting the show this weekend. Go check out that, man. But with all that being said, thank you for 3K. Thank you for watching this episode. And here's to lots more in the future. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.